Hi, my name is Jenny. Welcome to my demonstration speech. Today I'm going to do day to night photo editing. I come from a graphic design background as a student and I utilize programs such as Adobe Photoshop, and that is the program I'm going to be using today. Adobe Photoshop is a great program. Every year it updates and creates a new version of itself and has all new features. And it is the program that I use for this. It has a whole bunch of tools, and with the tools you get a toolbar. And any of these tools you basically just click on, and then it's going to open up the tool itself. Brush, eraser, and type tool are the most common tools that I use myself. And I do use some more advanced tools as well, such as the spot healing, remove tool, clone stamp tool. Those all use generative AI, which is very helpful in being able to manipulate photos. Brush tool, one of my favorite tools. You just click on this tool, which then opens up a toolbar at the top, just for brush tool. You can control the opacity, the flow of when you press down. If you click in this area here, it's gonna open up another menu. And then once that menu opens up, you can change how the brush tip looks, and it will do different things like soft round, hard round, splatter, and it allows you to actually push down and create color. So here's an example of the tool brush. You can change the weight of the lines as well and do varying weights. And for this project, I did all of my headers using the tool brush as a treatment in the background. Eraser tool. So this is another great tool to use. You double click on this tool, it's also going to pull up a menu bar at the top. And just like the brush tool, you have the exact same options, opacity, flow. You can also click in this circle right here and it's going to pull up the exact same menu the brush tool does. The difference between the eraser and the brush tool, it takes away rather than adds to. So again, just takes away. You can subtract from your picture using the eraser tool. Type tool, another great tool to add text. So for this tool, you're going to double click on this. It's going to allow you to pull up a text box. Always pulls up in Latin. Don't know why, but it does. So you double click in here. It's going to give you your font type and your size. You can change it from here and do whatever you want, and your style. Some of the advanced tools used in Adobe Photoshop are going to be your spot healing brush tool, remove tool, and your clone stamp tool. These all use generative AI. Great to use. I utilize them in a lot of my pictures and removing certain things I don't like. So day to night photo editing. For this, I'm going to show you my before picture. This is an example of Castle, Hammond Castle in New Gloucester. It's got a great sky in the background. I illuminate the lights. I put the sky in. I then make it nighttime. And then I add my modifications for my edits and do exactly the way I want it. And with this skill, you can utilize day to night photo editing so that it can be used for various marketing purposes, as well as a creative editing technique, and it's fun. Day to night editing basics. So for this next slide, I'm going to show you how to choose a photo. So what you want to do for choosing a photo is you want to select a photo that has a nice sky background that you can actually switch out for night sky. You also want to choose something that has windows, so something that you can illuminate later on. You want to choose something with less shadows as well. So this is the photo that I chose. It's Hammond Castle in Gloucester, Massachusetts. This photo has a nice sky background. It has a window to illuminate. It also has a lantern. So once you do that, you've got your photo selected. You're going to create a new document in Adobe Photoshop. You can put in your inches, select your size, and create your template for where you're going to place the photo. And you can make those modifications. So once you do that, you're going to go ahead to File and you're going to place Embed. So you want to place it. That way it's actually going to allow you to do non-destructive edits within Photoshop. Basic tools used for these edits. So for the next few slides, I'm going to show you what tools you're going to need. You're going to use the polygonal lasso tool, and then you're going to go around and hit Shift and select all your windows and on the same layer. Once you have that, you're going to create a new layer file. You're going to select in it and click Color Picker. This is going to let you change the color of the windows themselves. Once you do that, you're going to click on the layer, change it from normal to linear dodge. You're also going to click in the layer itself and it will pull up the layer style panel. So once you have that panel selected, you can lower the opacity. You're going to hit outer glow and it's going to allow your windows to illuminate and look like they're glowing. So once you do that, the next step is going to be your sky replacement. You're going to go to edit, down to sky replacement. Then you're going to go into your sky replacement menu options. This is where you can shift the edge, select your sky you're going to choose, change the temperature, brightness, anything you want to modify for your sky, you do it here. Once you do that, this is what the sky background looks like. Once we get after this point, we're going to click in the layer itself, and then you're going to add an additional layer. You're going to go into Load 3D Lux, Night from Day .cube. This is going to make your picture look like night, and it's going to create more of a night feel and change the tone. This is going to allow you to do your final edits. So once you get to here, you're going to click on the brush tool, and then you're going to illuminate your light in your window to kind of create that casting effect. So this is what your final edit's going to look like. All right, so I'm going to show you how to do day to night photo editing. First, you're going to use the polygonal lasso tool, and then you're going to hold shift and select around all the windows at this point. You want to keep them on all the same layer, so that's the whole point of shift. So it's right now I'm just doing selections around the windows, and this is to create the illumination part. Keep working my way through and select the next window, still holding shift the entire time. Working my way to the lantern. Again, still holding shift. Still, you can see the marching ants. I'm doing selections. Now I'm going to create an adjustment layer. Solid color, pulls up color picker. Landed on a good color, so I'm going to keep it there. I'm going to copy that color, so Command C after I've selected it. Now what I want to do is select in here on that part of the layer. I'm going to feather it about 4.7. Creates a feather effect, soft edges. I'm going to go from normal to linear dodge add. Going to click with the correct layer selected, but you're going to go ahead and click in that layer. It's going to pull up a layer style menu option. Going to make some adjustments here. Selecting outer glow. Creating that glow effect. Now I'm going to go ahead and click File, and we're going to do sky replacement, but I have to be on the right layer. So first we're going to go to File, Sky Replacement. It's preloading a sky I selected already. Yes, you can change the edge, modify that sky background, make it look however you want at this point. I'm going to fade the edge. I'm going to OK it. And now my background, my sky has been replaced. I'm going to click inside the layer itself, and then I'm going to go ahead and create a new adjustment layer. It's going to open up 3D Lux. This is where I can do day to night. I'm going to select moonlight, see how dark it looks. Creates the whole vibe of the picture to create like a dark feeling. Let's change it from night to day dot cube. It's a little lighter. I'm going to go ahead and lower the opacity. That looks good. And now I'm going to add another layer, and I'm going to select my brush tool. I've got that same color, otherwise I would have copied and pasted it in. This is going to create more of a glow effect around the windows. So I'm going to go ahead and brush right on there and create where I think the light's going to reflect or where it's going to shine down from the window. I'm going to do it around the lantern too. And once I finish doing this, I'm going to go ahead and lower the opacity on this. Looks good. I'm going to add another layer. I'm going to do it again. And this time I'm going to do it closer up, so it's going to be even brighter light right there. Again, I'm going to lower the opacity. That looks about right. Let's lower the other opacity. There we go. That looks good. So now, let's zoom out a little. This is what it looks like. It looks pretty good. Last thing to do, we're going to export the file. So you go File, Export, Export As. You can export as a PNG or export as a JPEG. PNG is a little bit higher quality. And there you go. And you've done your day to night photo editing. All right, I'm going to show you some real life examples of twilight photo editing or day to night photo editing. So I've just pulled up Caldwell Banker and I'm looking at some different listings. I saw this new listing today. This had a twilight photo, so day to night. Kind of gives the house like a homey feel. Every real estate photo usually has sky replacement too, so you can have a nice sunny sky for anything that's a little bit gray and cloudy. So let's go back. I know I saw some other real world. Oh, there's another sky replacement. Look at it, just makes the house feel so good. I can see why it sells houses. Really neat. Let's go back. Search. I saw another one here down on the bottom somewhere. Oh, right here. Here's an after. Looks great. And before. After. Before. So I just think this gives home more sellability and more marketing ability. It just kind of has like you can feel yourself there and what it looks like when you drive home and have the lights on at night, like your house is just waiting for you. I could see this also being used for advertising. If you had a business, you could take a picture of the front of your business and then change the sky to be night. If you were gonna, for example, advertise a concert, you could, or live music at night, create an ad with your business in the background at night. If you were going to do something like holiday based, like Halloween, that would be great. You could totally use this for advertising. I also think it would be great to use in your own photos. If you took a photo of yourself, but it's a little bit cloudy in the background or dark or gray, or you have a family photo you really like, but the sky doesn't look that great, you could always switch it out. So I think it has many uses for marketing purposes, and you could use it for yourself. All right, we have reached the end of my demonstration speech. In conclusion, You have learned how to take a picture in Adobe Photoshop and turn it into a night photo from day to night. And I've shown you real world situations where these edits have actually been applied. And you can see that it is a useful tool. I challenge you to go ahead and use Adobe Photoshop and utilize all its tools and try it for yourself and see how you like it. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great night.